Good morning, Bill.
Good morning to you, Bill.
How are you, man?
I'm tired. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm tired as well. I almost overslept, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had that crippling fear that got me up this morning, if no other morning, because I didn't want to have a repeat. So luckily, I don't think that was going to happen today.
Yeah, I got up and I snoozed once, and then I was laying in bed. I was like, the alarm's going to go off any minute. Oh, am I? Hold on. I think I got to change one thing.
Yeah. Let me check mine. Looks like some of these earbuds.
Hold on. How about now? Better?
Yeah.
Better.
I hear you.
Nothing?
Okay. Yeah, there's a headphone.
Good morning, Mike. How are you, sir?
What is up?
So I snoozed once, and then I was laying in bed, and I was like, the alarm's going to go off any minute. And then I got up and looked, and it was 7:10. I was like, oh no. See, look, man, you were missed yesterday. Look. Jake.
Yes.
Hey, he lives. Good morning, Bills. Levi yesterday on the show, he was like, just send somebody up there. That's what he would do. No comment. Oh, we can't hear you for some reason. Weird.
Okay.
There he is. Man. So how was yesterday, Bill?
It was good. My plane was delayed like almost an hour and a half because they had to work on the door of the plane. So what's funny though is the way that they said it. They were like, "We're sorry, we've got a delay. We have to do a little work on the plane. Got some paint. Got some on the top of the door." And we're like, "You couldn't paint the door a different time?" Like, what? And they're like, "No." So they had to do some work on the top of the door, and so at the same time, I guess they were going to repaint. I don't know. Anyway, so they deplaned us, and we got back on the plane. And
you don't think that flying through air at 400 miles an hour is going to dry that paint pretty quick?
I'm sure he'd love to do that.
I mean, stop doing and just take off. It'll dry. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's in it, from the air, like tie dye.
Yeah.
So,
man,
yeah,
the paint sure did run.
It did. I don't know what to deal with. We'll have to stop the next flight and repaint it again.
All right. So where are you now?
I'm in Utah.
Utah. That's right.
Yeah, hanging out with my buddy Jake Melton. It's his birthday today.
Nice.
And I was gonna do this like Thanksgiving, and then flights got delayed and all sorts of different stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rebook it in the new year, close to your birthday, and then here we are. So,
are those some Jordans on the shelf behind you? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, he's a Kobe freak. No.
Oh, Kobe freak. Okay, I just see that red pattern, and it looks like this one pair of Jordans.
No, that's actually a basket for kids' toys.
Oh, yeah, it's way off. Okay.
You're right, though. I can see that. The red, bright red for the shoes.
Yeah, that and the 23 jersey kind of just like pair it together. So I'm like, oh, that could be a pair of Jordans.
Yeah, and that's actually Kobe too.
Yep.
It's just him doing his best Michael.
Yeah, trying very hard to be Michael.
Yeah, as they all do.
Yeah.
So I'm tired. Just
Yeah. Oh, because it's
flying and
2 hours or 1 hour?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, so it's 6:50 there. Yeah. I can see that. I'd be a little bit tired.
Yeah, not too bad though.
When do you come back?
Friday.
So no school tomorrow then?
I will not be. But I will be doing other fun things. So I don't know.
What do you do? What is the goal just to like hang out and like brainstorm a lot? Do you have any?
Yep. So like today we're going tubing on the mountain. So
oh, okay. I was like, isn't it cold?
Oh, yeah. They told me so.
That's how Texas I am. You say tubing, and I'm like, oh, river with beer, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, me too. Immediately. In fact, when he first told me, he was like, "I want to go tubing on my birthday." I was like, "In Utah?" Like, yeah, we'll go up to the mountain. I was like, "Oh yes."
Yes, that tubing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So we're gonna be tubing, but so, yeah, we're basically gonna hang out. He's gonna show me the places that he frequents and works, and then we're gonna eat some good food and watch some movies probably, and then we've got work time built in too because I've got work stuff I'm doing this week, and so we're gonna do some co-working, and so really just kind of live the week together like normal, and just have a little bit of a birthday celebration in there, and
Nice.
enjoy it.
That's cool, man. How was the flight?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
There was some paint running on the window. I don't know where that came from.
Nice callback, sir. Nice callback. I'll take that one.
Okay.
I like that.
That's it. Good. How was your day yesterday?
It was long, honestly. I had a no-show because a guy double booked himself, which happens.
You mean me?
Well, so actually, I had 2 no-shows yesterday. You mean like me? That's funny. So yeah, all my coaching calls went well. Had a no-show. Had a new networking call with this really great woman. Her name is Fatima, and she lives in France. She's from Algeria, and she is a coach trying to help Muslim women business owners. Right,
Cool.
really trying to help them out, which is cool. So we talked a lot about her selling and her conversations and stuff like that. And then let's see, I had a call with a guy who's coaching a sales team that I have been coaching. So a couple of months ago, I got invited. So I was normally coaching this team on Fridays, and this guy was bringing in different coaches with different kinds of ideas to kind of just like help his team to see who was going to get the most traction with the team, which is a very smart idea because not everybody's going to learn from everybody, right? Certain people are going to have certain things, and some people are just going to have more traction with the team. So this team really likes me. And so on Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, he was like, "Hey, could you come coach on Wednesday?" I was like, "Sure." And he double booked his team with 2 coaches. So we're all in there. And I realized that this other guy's another coach, and we've been double booked. And I offered to leave, and the team was like, "No, you should stay." And the other guy left. That other guy is now the VP of sales for this company.
Oh.
So we had a call yesterday because I was like, "Hey man, congrats on the role. Would be happy to kind of learn how I could help support you and talk about like what I talked about with the team because I'd like to, but I understand if you have your own way of doing that." So we had a really great conversation yesterday, and he was like, "Man, I dig your stuff. I dig you. Like this is all pretty good. The team obviously loves you, so we're gonna try to make this happen." And I was like, "Okay, try means." So we got to talk through that, but really cool guy. I hope I get to keep working with that team. And then one of the clients that we write LinkedIn articles for, we had an interview with her. So I interviewed her. We talked up some stuff and came up with some ideas for her feed. It was funny. A marketing person sent her a message that said, "Your LinkedIn game is on point," and she sent it to me. I was like, "Hey, that's super nice. I'm happy to hear that." She's like, "I don't know if I'm allowed to tell them that I'm not writing it." And I was like, "You can say you're not writing it. I don't know that I'd say that you're not the one in there posting it. But other than that, I mean, lots of people are not writing their own stuff on LinkedIn. So
just say thanks."
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the route that she did. And she's like, should I pass them your information? I was like, I know them as well, so there's no real need to, but and what's funny was that person also reached out to me like the same day. "Hey, can we grab a coffee?" I was like, from home? So I don't know.
Yeah. Cool coffee, right?
Yeah. So that was interesting. And yeah, man. That was kind of it. We moved all the course, the video version and the standalone content version out of this platform. It was super weird because I have Go High Level, obviously, and had kind of been forgetting about it as a course platform. So I built it into this thing that I built on AppSumo because I was like, well, I spent the $40 on AppSumo. I'm going to use this thing. And it's not it's okay, but it's not fantastic. There's some wonkiness to it, especially with trying to strip out and separate the courses, like one with video and one without.
Mm-hmm.
So my team moved the whole course over to Go High Level yesterday. So we're going to finish some stuff up around that so that way I can get it up into the sumo marketplace, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, very cool. And maybe most importantly, yesterday, you dropped on Facebook, at least, maybe Instagram. I don't know where all you dropped it. I saw it on Facebook and Instagram, and I feel like we're getting gypped with the headphones. You dropped headshots yesterday. With the headphones on, we lose all that like sultry Fabio energy that the whole rest of the world gets now that we like are the everyday supporters of Bill John.
Hold on, I mean,
like
it's here. It's just like the headphones do keep it all back.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're the loyal, army here. So I thought
the loyal few.
Squadron. How about that?
What's funny is, so I'm still getting used to like how I look this way. Like it's a big change for me. And, but like I look at my headshots from when we did them for the Throwdown a year and a half ago or 2 years ago now. And I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to look like that guy. And, the guy who came over and took the photos, amazing guy, right? And we had the most epic of chats. He spent a lot of time kind of living out by Marfa and Big Ben in this place called Terlingua, and he just kind of has this unique peacefulness to him because he was like, spent a lot of time looking out the window at a mountain, not because I wanted to, but just because there's nothing else to do. And he goes, when you're doing that, like, you're gonna find out if you like yourself. And I was like, man, so we were just talking about all of this stuff. It was a really, really cool hang. So then I get the photos, and initially I don't like them. Like I'm kind of sitting there and I'm kind of having to sit with it. And then I call Melissa in, and she likes them a lot. And I didn't post the colored ones, right? Just the black and white ones because, I'm still getting used to like how I look through the lens of someone else at this new version of me. It's taking some getting used to. It's a little bizarre.
Well, you got two votes because I like them. What's the black and whites? Now color, I don't know. I can't say I'm gonna like those, but like the black and white are epic. They're really,
Thank you, man.
Seriously,
I appreciate that.
He's a great photographer.
He shared them with me, and then he was like, man, I hope you like them. And like I was in the middle of, is that really me? Is that really what I look like?
Yeah.
And so I sent him this message, and I was like, man, the photos are epic. I'm still getting used to how I look through this lens, and the girls love them. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. So yeah, still trying to get used to that. It's a little bit more different, a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be. So kind of an interesting exchange.
Yeah. So when you're in the photography field, so I'm in another world. I tell people I would probably be a travel photographer because I just love what photographers can do with people. And really the good ones can, I feel like, translate mood even sometimes through the camera.
Yeah.
And I get that from yours, which is really, really an amazing skill to have. So it's cool because it definitely captured a piece of you, a slice of you. So
nice.
It's the biggest compliment I can give to him too.
This is Melissa and Alice's favorite one. I'm gonna share it on the screen real quick.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, he's good. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's amazing. So I was trying to like choose my words very carefully because I didn't want to give the impression that I wasn't impressed with him. I'm infinitely impressed with the quality of the photos. I'm just trying to figure out how I play into that. It's a little bit interesting for sure.
The hardest part, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to take a fun one, so he did this one. He goes, maybe this one for the book. And then Melissa saw it, and she was like, maybe this one for the book. Look at this. That guy has something for you right there.
Oh, that feels so Grant Cardone.
He goes, point at me like you're giving it to me. And I was like, giving what to you? So yeah.
You know, the business.
Yeah, the business.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So interesting stuff there.
I feel like I know your finger so well now.
Yeah, exactly. Been up close and personal with it, I guess.
Yeah. Wow.
Um,
That's cool.
Yeah, here's like another, like, this is a colored version of one of the black and whites that I posted.
That's one. I think that was my favorite that I saw online in black and white.
Yeah. Your hand is as big as your head. Mike, I kind of have big hands, man.
Yeah. They almost are.
Yeah, I'm just kind of a big guy in general. So hence the small mountain. Actually, somebody messaged me the other day. They're like, now I get it. And I said, get what? And he's like, I understand how John Hill becomes John Small Mountain. And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, that's really witty of you. And I was like, well, what's funny is you either like get it immediately and you don't think it's funny, or you don't get it immediately, and then whenever you figure it out, it is funny. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Cool, man. What else? What else you got?
I watched Venom last night for the first time. I hadn't seen that one.
Oh yeah, the Tom Hardy one.
Yeah.
So I don't get the Tom Hardy thing. Like I know that lots of people think he's like God's gift, to women. I don't. And here's the problem. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem admitting if like a guy is like good looking. I just don't see it with like the Tom Hardy thing. And then the Venom movie to me was yeah. I wasn't really a fan.
In the Shazam class, like I was entertained. Like I really was entertained by the movie. Like I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was some epic filmmaking, but like I laughed. It was good. It was fun. I would watch a sequel. I think I like the concept and Venom in the comics, and I think they did a pretty good job of it.
Interesting.
But not great or anything.
I've not seen Shazam. I've not seen Shazam. Let me get that right. Yeah.
Shazam's similar, so it's
okay.
It's entertaining because what's the guy who plays Shazam?
Levi Chuck.
He's funny, man.
He is funny. Yeah.
He's good.
And he's in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel as well, and he does a really good job in that role as well.
Yeah. So I did that last night. What else? Pretty chill. I had like the whole Tiff Streets wagon. They have a whole set of those up here called Gold and Crave, and like there's a bunch of them. So we got some cookies last night.
Of course you did.
My gosh, let me tell you, like I had the same moment at their dinner table as I had at your dinner table one time. And they did the same thing as you. They laughed and laughed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much you like food, Jake. Like, let me have my moment, okay? But we had hot chocolate cookies, so like melted marshmallow on it, and
dang.
We had, a Biscoff cookie, just melted in thick with the Biscoff. Oh,
an amazing woman who works on our team. She does a lot of stuff for the Sales Throwdown marketing, and she sent us they're like British tea cookies, but they all have like some sort of chocolate either like on the side or it's baked in and stuff. And it's been sitting on the countertop for a while, and I've kind of fallen off my clean January thing. It's been a unique January so far. So I was like, I might do a clean month later on, but sugar is going to be helpful for the rest of the month. So I opened them over the weekend, and I was like, these things are amazing. So now I'm like trying to figure out how I can like subscribe and save and just like always have one on the counter, which is going to be very dangerous. Yeah. So
that's cool. What's funny is a guy I worked with over at the Gaylord, good friend of mine, is moving to Arizona, and so I met him for dinner.
Everybody's moving to Arizona. It's nuts.
Yeah, between us, we know them all.
Yeah, I know 3 other people who are moving to Arizona.
Yeah, I know too. So that's everybody. You got it.
Oh, okay. Salt Lake City Jake is snarky Jake. Okay, I like it.
He's salty. I'm at Salt Lake, so I'm salty.
I think you need more cookies.
I have not known this. This is pre-coffee, Jake. This is.
Oh,
I'm just a little short. I'm a little right to it, and like I'm not like okay, yeah. I'm not leaned back yet. I'm leaned forward.
Man.
Anyway, but I was sitting there and it was like January 3rd, and we talked about, right, like clean January. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I'll do that with John. And I'm sitting there at the table with him, right? And I order a margarita because, it's a going away dinner, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm drinking my margarita and I'm eating my enchiladas. And he's like, so, we're just shooting the breeze. And I bring up clean January because he was talking about drinking alcohol or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a clean January. And he goes, this January? And I go, what do you mean? I was like, holy cow. I just did that so reflex because, it's like Mexican food. It's a going away party. I'm going to have a margarita. And I was like, starts tomorrow.
So Tony is known, the photographer, he's known around town. He's really big into the beer scene and stuff. And so he'll like, if there's a brewery in DFW, he knows about it. He knows the owners, he knows exactly what they're doing and how they do it. I mean, he's really into beer culture, and people hire him to come consult on their beer lineup. So that way your beer is as thoughtful as your cocktails. And so he worked with like the Live Oak, and now he works for Tulips and works for like some other groups and stuff like this. So I knew there was going to be beer involved because he's known for like shotgunning beers, right? So like he'll do these videos where he'll press the thumb in, open the thing, and like drink it down really quick. And he's in a band called Shotgun Friday. So I was getting, the girls were up in Gainesville to go see Melissa's grandfather, and so like I was kind of like thinking about the day, and I was like, one doesn't hang out with Tony and not drink beer, so I'm gonna have a couple of beers today. And I was just like, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm off. Don't worry. I'm off January too. So,
yeah, I don't drink with like any kind of regularity. Like I might drink once or twice a month. So, I didn't really feel terrible about it. Yeah. The sugar, I'm not, it is what it is. I'm trying not to like beat myself up too much for it, but it's been a rough month so far.
Yeah.
It could get worse. Get worse.
Yes, that's true. I mean, that's what they say in the movies, right? It could always get worse.
It could always be worse. ICABW.
Okay. I couldn't get there. Not pre-coffee. Sorry.
In a lot of the mental toughness groups, like that's one of the things that people rally around. ICABW could always be worse.
Yeah. That's very nihilist. Like I'm such the opposite. That feels so nihilist to me. I'm like, it's great. Look at this. We got this. This is cool. We get to enjoy this today versus, at least it's not like last Thursday. God.
Well, I don't think that's the intention. I think I think that the intention is like so the way that I think about it is, we used to talk about this in Kung Fu. There's always a reason to not come to class.
Right.
Right. Even if it's just, I don't want to go. Right. So can like you find the reason to come. And so when it's like, it could always be worse. Like you could always make it worse, but in the grand scheme, this probably isn't that bad. So I take this kind of very scenic route to making it a positive statement. But
yes, I'm going to enjoy this part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty well describes our personalities too.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to go on the scenic route before I can be happy about it.
Yes. It's like I get to the happy first, but you come around with a whole lot more wisdom. So it's like you have this, and you're like, tell me these things, and my mind's blown. And I'm like, yeah, I've been here an hour. It's great. Oh, you did what? And you saw what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. So what's today look like for you then?
Today I'm coaching the family law team, Jordan and Levi, here in a minute. And then I've got a big old gap of time to do some blocking and tackling. I need to go in and kind of check some things on the course migration, so that way we can get that up. And then I have sales practice lab at 2. I need to send a proposal over to a client. Got to kick off with a new client who I closed last week. And then this afternoon, I have a call with a guy in Australia, this guy named Jeremy Qatar, who was running an agency the last time we spoke in Australia. And he turned me on to some books back in probably January, February of last year by this guy named Dr. Joe Dispenza, who wrote this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And it was a huge book for me last year. So he recommended it to me, and we have not talked since I read it. So I'm excited to kind of dig in and talk about it with him. So very light day call-wise. I got a message yesterday from David Valentine, who I think you know.
Name rings a bell.
He's a marketing guy who runs an agency here in Fort Worth.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and so he was like, "Hey, there might be some room for us to work together. I'd like to talk about it." And I was like, "Okay, in what way?" He's like, "Well, I think our clients could use what you're doing." And I'm like, "Okay, how does that work?" So, so that was nice. I'm starting to get some people who I think have been maybe hanging out around my stuff for a while. They're starting to reach out because I think they're starting to see some of the connections that I might be able to help with their clients, especially on the marketing side of things, because nobody wants to be a marketer who's helping people bring in more business and then have to deal with the conversation of, well, we're not closing these leads, so.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's what I got today. And then I'm kind of waiting on some copy from a friend of mine.
Oh my gosh. Totally blanked. Oh my gosh. Who's that guy?
I don't know, but he sometimes on Mondays misses his morning show.
Clearly this is my week. Your faceplant. It's my faceplant week.
I mean, you haven't traveled in like
months and months,
right? I'm sure that was taking up a lot of your bandwidth.
Yeah, mentally for sure. Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk after.
Thanks, Bill.
Man. Yeah. So this is what I think I've even mentioned this before. People like you will be like, "Oh my gosh, how do you get so much done? How do you do so much? You're so productive." Da, da, da. And then when they find out the real me is an amazing mess who just has a lot of systems in place. If something doesn't get in the system, this is what happens. And then I have to eat crow and go, this is what I'm actually like. You just get to see the polysters inside of a process most of the time.
So it's funny, this whole morning, I'm like, do I bring this up? Do I talk about this on the show?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely bring it up, for sure. Otherwise, we're not Bills, right?
I mean, yeah, but, no one wants to be, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, like, it was serious business. I don't think I'd probably want to be called out on the air, but I'm with you there.
Okay, good.
It's a missed project or task kickoff, so that's not as severe.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Well, I need to go coach this team.
Right on.
So thank you to Michelle. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Levi. Mama Bill told me that she had to check in on you.
She did, and she does. So
isn't that awesome? It's so great.
I love it. Yeah.
It's so great. She sent me soup the other day, and it was like the best thing ever. Actually, I don't know if you and I have talked about that yet, because I think that was on Friday. Yeah. So Michelle ordered caldo because Michelle makes amazing caldo. It's some of the best soup I've ever eaten in my entire life. And so she wanted to do something nice for me, and we were having a call to kind of talk about her project with her land. And so she called Esperanza's, which is down the street, got us caldo, and Melissa went and got it. And it's like the nicest thing ever, because Melissa never does anything sneaky, like cannot lie, cannot even fib, And so like I'm sitting here talking to Michelle and we're talking about our project and stuff like this, and all of a sudden there's like soup here, and I have this kind of weird moment of my head shutting down because I'm like, wait, weird nice thing happening here and work thing happening here, like how do I parse these two things?
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was very, very thoughtful. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Melissa, Melissa will probably never even see this video, but yeah, thank you to Michelle. So
that's just makes my heart warm, like the soup.
Yes, and it like I'm holding this thing and it's like burning my hands because it's like in the thinnest plastic, and I'm like, this is so nice and so hot. Like I almost had to like spill it all over myself. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I had to rub that in because I was gonna do it yesterday, and you know we didn't go according to plan yesterday.
Yeah.
So
that was a double flex. Wow, I got both biceps there. Like,
yes, both biceps.
So flex. Yep.
Yes. All right, man. So take care of your day. Go kill it. Well, once again, thank you to Mike, Michelle, and Levi. You guys are awesome, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Bye.
Cheers.